Many of y'all called it. 2025 is the Reachback era. And what that means is we are seeing more and more women come online and share their love, adoration, and admiration for Black men. We're seeing more Black love appreciation videos, I love Black men compilations coming from Black women, and honestly, coming from white women and other races of women as well. I mean, literally at a time we are seeing white-only towns pop up, a continuous stream of swirler propaganda, and divested disasters. We're also seeing Black men all of a sudden getting all of this love and support. And there's always a side of me that questions, was this content here beforehand? Has there always been these spaces of women who have been loving and affirming Black men and I just was unaware of it? Take, for example, this content creator, Nicole Glass. She's been affirming Black men for a few years and runs successful social media pages dedicated to that.
Hi, this is my affirmation for Black men. So if that's not you, you can keep scrolling or you can send this to a Black man who needs to hear this. Okay. Black man, Black man, Black man, Black man, Black man. So the way that I look at it, the Black man is on his incline. If you really look at the past 40 years and how much you've been able to transcend in gathering your resources, your property, and building your families, despite the bombs that they placed in your community, despite them taking down Black Wall Street, despite them colonizing your music and the entertainment industry and trying to make you think that you're the one lacking. If we really look around, it's your energy everybody's sourcing. It's really your spirit. It's really your essence that's been holding together this entire country, Black men.
So I always want to create room for me to be informed and perhaps gain understanding. Maybe I just have been unaware all along. But it also, to a certain extent, can seem like a lot of ladies are just out here pandering, ultimately trying to get their bills paid. Take, for example, this excerpt from content creator Accountable Commentary, who was warning about the Reachback as early as last year, maybe even beforehand. And this whole idea of Black women going out of their way to display fake femininity because they ultimately need their bills paid.
No, when I, created the term the Reachback a few years ago, right? I was explaining to Black men that, the Reachback usually happens later in life with these Keishas. They give their prime years to Pookies, right? And then after they, have Pookie children, they decide that they want to get productive, clean Black men, right? And the problem is that sometimes, they're successful at it. Let me tell you why the Reachback happens. It's because usually they need help. Usually they need help. The reason why they want, want you after all these years, they'll call you at 35, 40, it's because they need help. They're poor.
So obviously, not everybody has arms wide open to the lovely ladies, but what I wanted to do in this video was look a little bit more deeply at what y'all had to say about just this recent trends. Because honestly, I'm just sitting here observing. This isn't really impacting me. I'm more curious what Black men have to say about this new trend or these trends of the Black boyfriend effect, the Black boy effect, and just all these I Love Black Men compilation videos and things that are catching fire, and just curious how this is resonating with y'all. So that's what I want to look a little bit at in this video. So, okay, so let's see what Black folks had to say off of a Black Twitter, I guess now known as X. Here we have a compilation video of some beautiful Black sisters, basically, college educated in an HBCU, and they are showing their love to Black men. So let's see what y'all had to say here. This one, I'm seeing heart emoji, hands up, This one over here, I love you, Black woman. This got over 7,000 impressions, 24 retweets. Y'all, this tweet alone got some really good traction. I had over 2.7 thousand retweets, 540 comments, 18,000 likes. So, I mean, this video was getting some love. I mean, and it helps that you got some beautiful Black women from HBCU saying some things with some natural hair, looking good, looking, fit, feminine friendly, all that. I'm sure that plays a role, but I mean, so far the vibes are really positive. Now let's continue. It says, only God can explain my love for Black women. This one over here, I love you more, Black women. So we see some dudes in the comment section who are feeling this, definitely. I see we're seeing some, heart emojis. We're seeing some tears. We're seeing some Black love vibes. Like, honestly, the energy here is real positive. It says, we love Black women, may not be said, shown enough, but we truly do. That got over 4,000 views, a retweet. This one says, we love our queens. Are there too? Keep hustling. Man. This one over here says, the only Black woman I love are pick-me's and woke that call out other women's bad behavior. Okay, I see him in my comment section a lot. So he is definitely against BFF, but he still has a love for Black women. This one over here says draft day trauma. This one, Freedman Journal, he's also in my comments a lot. Looks like he's maybe a little less excited, maybe he has a little more skepticism, but there's some positive vibes. We're seeing Black love vibes, we're seeing heart emojis, we're seeing Black men who are loving their Black queens, and honestly, like, I'm here for it because there's just so much negativity that really is online, and I just like to see, I like to just see the positivity. I really do. I feel like it's just so hard to come by, and when it is there, we don't always really see it getting positive. We don't always see it getting the traction. So, I mean, overall, this was, I think, a really positive feedback, talking about thank you, Black queens, Black kings, showing love, fist up. I have nothing negative to say. Now we're going to go real briefly and look at what the Black boyfriend effect. That's what I want to now look at here. I have done a few videos of this where I basically have looked at white women who are showing their love and showing off their Black boyfriend. So now that we've looked over Black women who are, affirming Black men and what Black men have to say about that, let's look at these Becky with the good hair and see what it is that Black men are saying with respect to that. Okay. So this one I just posted one just a day ago. And I just wanted to okay, so this one I said white women are still bragging about the Black boyfriend effect. I mean, I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory, but right now we're about to get right into the comment section. So let's look at some of the top comments. This one says, the music is killing me, y'all. That was all for dramatic effect. I'm glad I'm glad the point was made. Says, ayo, that dude talking about love of Black men fall back. Okay, you guys, this is such a side note. This is totally a side note, but somewhere in the video, I don't know what was going on. I don't know if a dude was like prompting or not, but somewhere in the video, there was a dude who was like, I love you, Black man. Like super low voice. And that just kind of like threw me off and threw everybody off. And I kept it in there because it was a part of the video and I thought it was kind of funny. But I guess this user caught on to it and it sparked a whole conversation. So this is a total side note, but I thought it was absolutely hilarious. He said the dentist, I love you, Black man, did this proud of the voice. Y'all need to stop. Okay, this one says, one woman's trash is another woman's treasure. While Black women coming on social media to bash Black men has become a trend, other groups of women are coming on to show their appreciation. Got to love that, Black men. You don't have to respond to slander. Be you and go where you are appreciated. I completely and totally agree with this comment. Like, yeah, I agree. Haters are gonna hate. It hit dog hollers. Like, I think we just have to be in acceptance that unfortunately it just seems like some of the negative voices get the most traction, and quite frankly some of the most negative voices get the most monetized. They get the most clicks, views, money, attention, whatever. That just is what it is. But that does not mean that there are also not alternatives. That doesn't mean that there isn't that doesn't mean that there is not a space out there where love and appreciation and family and healthy goodness is going on. Like, obviously there is. You might just have to be more conscious about finding that, or at the very least, just literally keeping out the negativity. Because I love Black men. I got me one. Let me say this right here too. Black women who are really happy with their Black men, like, I'm not saying this is everybody, but like, at least for me and people that I know, like, aren't posting it like that. Like, I really feel like the happiest relationships are not deeply online. They're actually lived, because at a certain point, I understand at a certain point, it can get to where there's so much energy and effort in trying to appear happy, or trying to appear like you're doing this for this black king, or you do this for this black queen, whatever terms you want to use, that after a while, like, you forget to actually just authentically evolve and grow in that relationship. And I'm like, for me, I just couldn't do it. There's so much pressure that goes into these internet relationships, and I think that's why when you have a black man, you were happy with hide him. Hide your husband, hide your wife. Okay, that is so for real. Okay. This one says, having grown up with white girls and women my entire life, overrated. Yes, my first crush and first girlfriend was white, but there's nothing to idolize. There are good ones and bad ones, just like any other group of people. I mean, to me, this is literally like common sense. So basic common sense, so easy a second grader can understand it. This one says, I noticed since junior high, the snow bunnies always loved me. They've been chasing me more than sisters did. Yeah. And even this whole love thing that's obviously debatable, because some of the dudes are going to say it's not really love as much as it is like a fetish thing, and they really want to have their own experience, right? And have their own stories to tell before they settle down with their own white husband and create their own white happy family and the nice upper class suburban household. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm not saying that's always the case, but I understand that fetish, like, that still goes on. Black men are definitely fetishized just as much as black women, if not more. Some may argue more. That is very much a thing. So I'm not saying that is always the case, but like, this just is not happening to black women. This is obviously happening to black men, and I think that can play a role, because it's also like the forbidden fruit. A lot of women, especially when they're at that age, it's like they kind of want to break the rules. They want to see how far they can go, and then maybe they want to anger their parents, maybe they whatever. So it's like, it's more about the experience, but it's not really about the love for the black man or his experience, what he represents. It says they love black men the way Karen loves Shannon. Stop it. I love you. You're gonna have black men debate this. You're gonna have black men debate this, right? Like, there's some black men who are definitely open to the idea of dating white women, but just feel it comes with too many risks. So they're just like, avoid white women, maybe go for Latinas, maybe Asians, but white women there's just too much. There's too much of a system behind her, and there's too much history for you to risk it. So if you want to not date black women, just be with a Latina, not a white Latina. One who's whatever. But that's debatable. Be with Asian, just be with somebody who doesn't have like a whole system behind them to avoid getting Shannon sharp, right? That's basically what they're saying. This one here says, here, where the white woman at? And then some are just like, I'm all for it. I mean, it's neither here nor there for me. I'm just listening to what y'all say. This one says, have you ever heard any other group say they love the black woman? Bruh, I have literally talked about this so many times. I have mentioned this more times than one, that like the one-sided lust is sad that we see coming from some of these black folks. It is sad. Some are like, nope. After the Shannon Sharp fiasco, I don't know what to believe anymore. This one, as FBI, I'm getting Twilight Zone vibes. This one over here says, I'm black man. Just say you like the one you're with. This one says, nah, we just want our women to act right and appreciate us. That one's hilarious. It's like, we don't need all of this. We don't need all this other, like, we just really want our women to just know how to like act. This one says, I'm genuinely creeped out, whether it's genuine or not. This is giving off mad stalker vibes. This woman says, I love you, black women. Stay blessed, my melanin queens. Right? So keep this series going, Shay. But be honest, they sound like divestors. Okay, anyway, so I mean, like, honestly, it's a mixed bag. Not surprising to me. This is a mixed bag. You're gonna have some black men who are feeling this. You're gonna have some black men at the end of the day who are just like, no, like, even though black women sometimes be getting on my nerves and they're hard to deal with, and I go back and forth, like, I ultimately am still committed to wanting to be with a black woman. I have literally no problem with that. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Like, how are you feeling? How are you feeling about these I Love Black Men compilation videos? These white women who are going out talking about the black boyfriend effect, the black man effect. These black women who are now saying that they want their black kings and are starting to push back against the swirlers. Like, what are y'all thinking about this whole thing? I'm really curious, really, how this is resonating with you. Let me know down in the comment section. Let me know if I've missed something, if there's a perspective that I did not cover off. Thank you so much for listening if you've gotten this far, and we'll talk later. Bye.